Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? What's up? So, the qualifying is going to start in like 15 minutes, I think, or 10 minutes, or something like that. I think it's going to be a Mercedes pole, but it can be once again a Ferrari on pole position. But, we will see. Although for the race, I think it's going to be a Mercedes win. Like, I don't think there is much doubt about it, because we did see that in the sprint race that, Ferrari is quick in qualifying, but even in the sprint race, Hamilton could not keep up with Antonelli. Like once Hamilton managed to, or Antonelli managed to overtake Hamilton, it was over basically. Like it was over. It was over. He just simply could not keep up with Antonelli after he was overtaken for first place. And the same thing happened with Gasly, not Gasly, what's his name? Russell as well. At the moment he overtook Leclerc and Verstappen, he left them behind, and he was actually pretty close to Norris at the end, But, we will see. We will see. I think if the race was longer than, like, I don't know, maybe 17 or 18 or 19 laps, then maybe Russell would have been P3 for the sprint race. But just maybe. Let me swap over to the other screen. Is it fixing? Still not fixing itself. That's annoying. But yeah, like, I think it's going to be another Mercedes pole position. Even if it's a Ferrari pole position, there is, like, we can expect that Mercedes will win this once again. Once again, it's going to be a Mercedes victory. Yeah, like 8 minutes to go until the session begins. And there was some collision apparently between Perez and Alonso, but we did not see that, Like, I don't know what happened on lap 8, I believe. Yeah, let me check the telemetry. Yeah, it was indeed lap 8. I think that's why we did see the yellow flags. And there was also some debris of their turn 3 or in turn 3. So we did not see, I don't think we see in the replay between, Alonso and Perez, but Perez got a 10-second time penalty for causing a collision, and he finished last place. But yeah, like, it's obvious that Cadillac is better than Aston Martin. They are usually like a second faster in qualifying and in the race as well, when they can actually finish the race. Like at the Red Bull Ring, they were completely, they retired after like, what, 4 laps, 5 laps or something like that, so very unfortunate. But it is what it is. And then see the telemetry. I mean, nothing on the track right now. Like, no, of course, no one is out there. But yeah, it's the Perez 10-second time penalty. I don't know if he's going to get like points on his license, for that. But, he might. He might. Let me swap over actually. Or maybe now, because like at 7 or actually 6 minutes to go until the track opens or the qualifying begins. Of course, there is nothing in the telemetry right now on the track. Like, it's still not updated yet. But yeah, it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good sprint race in my opinion. It was fun. And I don't know if Lawson is going to get a penalty. Maybe at some point, because he kind of moved under braking, against Hedger or P8, So I don't know if they gave him a penalty or not, because it was said to be investigated, I think, at the previous sprint race. Yeah, but I don't know if he will get a grid penalty or something for that, because that was kind of dangerous against Hedgehog, that's for sure. I mean, to be honest, they were fighting for points, you know, like for the last point for P8. So of course he was trying to, you know, keep that position to himself, and he did eventually. At the end, he finished P8. But yeah, it's crazy how quick this Mercedes car is. Like the moment Antonelli overtook Hamilton, it was over. The moment Russell overtook Verstappen and Leclerc, it was over for them. Like they could not keep up with him. And if the race was longer, like maybe by 2 laps, I think Russell might have overtaken Norris for P3 as well. So, you know, it was a great sprint race in my opinion. Like in general, I don't like the sprint races. I think it's very stupid, and it should be kept to the lower categories, you know, like Formula 2 and 3 and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't like it. But you know, it's not like we can influence that, because at the end of the day, Formula 1 will do whatever they want to do. You know, we don't influence anything in Formula 1. They can do what they want. And they will, you know, they will do what they want. 3 minutes to go until, you know, the session begins. I mean, I don't know if I can make like a vote on who is going to be like the pole sitter for the race, but I think it's going to be a Mercedes car on pole. And maybe it's going to be Antonelli, or he seems to be the more like competent driver at this track, you know, or more composed compared to Russell, judging from the sprint race qualifying, you know. I mean, Russell qualified P5, meanwhile Antonelli was second, and he barely lost out to Hamilton. Barely. That was very close between the two of them. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that Ferrari can challenge for another race win, at least for now. Like I don't know if they're going to bring new upgrades in the future at the next Grand Prix, you know, or anything like that. But yeah, like it's going to be a Mercedes car who will become the champion. It's either Russell or Antonelli. And so far, I think it's safe to say that it seems more like it's going to be Antonelli, you know, and not Russell. And that's kind of, well, crazy if you think about it, you know, like Antonelli is so young. I mean, he's very inexperienced in that regard as well, because he only did 1 season before this one, and he's already fighting for the championship, you know. And yeah, like I don't think Norris is going to influence this title at all, you know. I mean, he's P5 in the standings, ahead of Leclerc, Verstappen, Hedgehog, Gasly, and Lawson, you know. So he will definitely not defend his championship. I mean, they didn't even start at the first race or the first 2 races, if I remember correctly. Like, it was very fucking bad for McLaren, you know. At the start, but you know, they are in 3rd place in the constructor championship, so I think that's going to be safe for them, because you know Red Bull is kind of a one-man team, and they can't really compete for podiums and race wins at every single race, you know. And then, of course, we have Alpine, P5, Racing Bulls, Haas, Williams, Audi, Aston Martin, and Cadillac. I mean, almost every team scored points, although that was very lucky for Aston Martin. And yeah, the session is actually starting, so I'm going to swap over to the other screen so we can, look at I can look at what's happening on the live feed. It's one of the Haas cars on front, I think. But yeah, almost everyone is lining up for a early exit onto the track. Yeah, we have Sainz on the track, and they're showing the championship, Antonelli, Russell, and Hamilton. Like, I don't think Hamilton could win this, although he does have he has a great season so far, in my opinion. But it's not going to be enough. Once again, Ferrari is going to finish number 2, so that's crazy that they have been finishing second place or third place for over 10 years now. Like, they had a chance in 2017, 2018, but the car was once again, they kind of messed up the development of the car, They could not keep up with Mercedes throughout the season for the car development. So they eventually, lost the title in 2017 and 2018 as well. And then, well, they kind of had a good start in 2022, but once again, the same thing happened. So, it was a Verstappen championship by the end of the season, and not a Leclerc championship. Sainz is starting his flying lap. We are riding on board with him currently. Portoleto is very, very gusty on the start-finish line, just for your information. Oh, Sainz looks up. Yeah, is he going to abort this lap? I think he should, because he went off the track, but it doesn't seem like it, that he will abort this lap. But he completely locked up and went off the track in turn 3. And yeah, it seems like it's very windy. At least that's what Bortoleto was informed about. Like, I think these cars are not as sensitive to the wind as the previous cars were, but it's still a pretty big factor. And of course, it depends on what team we are talking about. Like, some teams have a car that's not really influenced by the wind that much, and other cars are very much affected by the strength of the wind or the speed of the wind, But these cars are not as sensitive to that as the previous rule set cars were, So who actually started it has to be one of the Haas cars, or never mind, it's Perez who sets a lap. What kind of lap that was? It's not showing up on the live feed yet. And then Sainz, yeah, like, that's not a surprise that Sainz is only P2, because he made a big mistake. Ocon P1 ahead of Perez and Sainz. Behrman jumps in front of him. There is also some pretty big rumors, that Ocon might be dropped from Haas for next season. Leclerc has issues under braking. Like, he's saying that the car is vibrating under braking. That's not good, because that's influencing his confidence under braking. That is not good. Hamilton fastest in the first sector, not a surprise. Stroll P4. So, oh yeah, okay, so the lap time of Sainz was deleted, I think. Yeah, indeed, because he went over the track. So he was P4, but then he was, his lap time was deleted. That's why he disappeared from the top. I don't know why he pushed that lap after he went over the track, because the lap was not only very slow, but he also got that lap deleted. Leclerc, fastest so far. But Hamilton is coming around the final 2 corners. Is he going to beat him or... No. A bit over a tenth slower than Leclerc. And then we have... Who is this? Norris. Yeah, number 1 Norris. It's kind of still strange to see him, with the number 1 number. But yeah. He will definitely not change or defend this title, so he will go back to number 4, I think. Hülkenberg is on the mediums, what? No, that has to be a mistake. Apparently he did that lap on a medium set. Like there was an issue in the sprint race where the on the live feed they were telling us or the viewers that Lawson had medium tires or actually soft tires on, but that was wrong because he did have soft tires or medium tires on. It was only the 2 Aston Martins and the Cadillacs who had the soft tires. But yeah, apparently Hülkenberg did that lap on a set of mediums. It's kind of surprising. I guess the soft tires overheat by the end of the lap, Maybe that's why they are putting on the mediums. Like that happens very frequently that, you can't really push all the lap because the tires will simply overheat. Norris P3, over 6 tenths slower than Leclerc, Verstappen P4. And Hedjar, he ends up in yellow flags. He ends up in P5, but yellow flags. Is there a car stopped? Can't really see what's happening. But still yellow flags. Russell. Oh, Russell! Russell is stopping! With no time set. Russell is going to retire from the qualifying, or is he, what is he doing? Never mind, he's reversing, or is he stuck in the gravel or something? Yeah, okay, so never mind. He's coming back from the gravel trap, so I guess he just spun or something. Okay, so, he has 10 minutes left, he has plenty of time to come back to the pits for a new set of tires, but god damn, what the fuck was that? Oh, and he blocked someone, one of the Williams cars, never mind. I think that car was also on a outlap or something. And he damaged the front wing, so did he collide with someone? No way. Okay, so it seems like he's alone. He turns in. And... oh, the car just... oh... what was that? That was very strange. At this corner, I forgot the number of this corner, but Schumacher had a crash here, I think. And he broke both of his legs in 1999, I think. And Russell also just simply... the car just simply did not turn, That was very strange, and yeah, the front wing is damaged. Even Toto Wolff is like, what the fuck happened, That was very weird. He just straight went into the gravel. So it's a question if he can continue, because if this is a car problem, then he might not be able to to continue during the qualifying. This Cadillac looks very nice with this updated livery, in my opinion. It looks very fucking nice. Bottas P13 ahead of Perez. And you know, they're usually not that far from Ocon in qualifying. Like in the race they are, but in qualifying the Cadillacs are kind of close to Ocon at least. Lindblad, he has the best first sector and he goes up to P4. Hülkenberg. So is he on the... No. Okay, so the graphics is wrong. Like Hülkenberg is not on the medium tires. He's on the soft tires. I don't know why it's showing that he's on the mediums and now it's fixed itself. Or maybe he was on the mediums on the first lap that he did, but I don't know. Sainz P13. Alonso P19. Well, that's not a surprise. Lawson is behind the two Cadillacs. What happened? Perez P16. I mean, if there is nothing wrong with the car of Russell, then, you know, they just need to change the front wing because it was broken and maybe they will change the tires as well. I think Lawson is pushing. And he has to because for some reason his lap time was very slow, you know. He's 3.3 seconds away from Leclerc's lap time. I mean, it's still Ferrari 1-2 for the first part of qualifying with 6 minutes to go. But Antonelli is not that far, like almost 2 tenths away, very close. Not like it matters. I think that lap time will be enough to, you know, get through. Lawson P5, very good. Very good. Yeah, he needed to do another lap because he was P18. Now Perez, Bottas, Alonso and Stroll. And Bortoleto is not on the track still. Russell is back out on the track, okay. Okay, so he got new tires. Yeah. They put new tires on his car. But yeah, this was a very strange incident. I don't know what the fuck happened here. Like, he just simply locked up and then went into the gravel. And then slowly slid into the wall in turn 7. And then he managed to go back. And he says that it was very weird because he never looked up at that corner ever in his entire career. I mean, yeah, it was very weird. I agree with him. That was very, very strange. And he's pretty lucky that the gravel trap wasn't that deep, you know, and that his car did not beach. So if he can put together a lap, then he will make it. But yeah, that would have been a crazy story, you know. Russell not making it into the second part of qualifying. Like right now it's Gasly and Colapinto in the last 2 places, P15, P16. They are significantly ahead of Perez and Bottas. And yeah, they are going to show, I guess, the entire lap of Russell because, well, he has to put together a good lap. Piastri is also doing a lap. Although, I think Piastri and the 2 Red Bulls would be safe. But they don't think that way. Piastri is pushing and Norris is also leaving the pits, and the same goes for the 2 Red Bulls. They are also pushing or will, you know, do another lap. Ocon, Berman, Sainz, Gasly, Colapinto will of course try it. And Bortoleto is also leaving the pits. I guess they managed to fix the problem with his car. Or whatever happened to him. I don't know. Like, he did not set a lap yet. And Russell is rounding the final corner now. Let's see where he ends up. Turn 18. And he will P5 again. I mean, that's going to be enough. He doesn't have to do another lap. P3, P11 for now. Let's see where he ends up. He's ending up in P5. He beats Russell. Verstappen. He's also on a push lap now. Same goes for Antonelli and Hedgehog. Like, I don't really understand why Antonelli is, why is he pushing, There is no need to do another lap. He's going to go through the second part easily. And P3. Hedgehog says the fastest second sector. Surprising. He's currently P11. Let's see where he ends up. Verstappen goes up to P2. And Hedgehog ends up in P1. Almost 3/10 faster than Leclerc. Wow, what the hell. So the track is improving rapidly. So I guess it's a good thing they came out of the pits to do another lap. Because the track is improving massively. Gasly and Colapinto are also on a fast lap, obviously. Yellow flags. Oh. Yellow flags. What happened? Uh-oh. Okay, yellow flags are over now. Someone had an off track. Colapinto. We will see the replay, I suppose, soon. Sooner or later they will show us, I think. I mean, there is still like 40 seconds left of this session. Lindblad goes fastest in the first sector, yeah. The track is improving rapidly. Like, will Colapinto have another chance? Bottas up to P17. It's not enough. But they will beat, I think, the Astons, Because usually they are like a second faster than them. Yeah. Stroll P20 behind Perez and Bottas and Colapinto. So maybe Colapinto will drop out. Yeah, he's in the pits. So Colapinto will not make it. I guess he had an off and damaged the car or something. Sainz up to P13. Lindblad P5. Lawson also has the fastest first sector. Where he ends up. P2, holy shit. Barely behind Hedgehog. Hülkenberg, P10, P4. Alonso. Oh, he went a bit wide, yeah. And he loses to Stroll. Yeah, Alonso is going to be out-qualified by Stroll, it seems like, and yeah. So Perez, is he going to make it? No. He stays P20. Could not beat Colapinto, Bottas and Ocon. But yeah, like it's going to be Ocon, Bottas, Colapinto, Perez, Stroll and Alonso who does not make it out of Q1 into Q2. Albon is the last driver to get through in the Williams car. I guess that's not okay. They are showing the replay of Colapinto. For some reason, they are showing the. Oh yeah, that was a very big. Oh yeah, he completely destroyed the tires. Like he was arriving into Magots and then, or actually Beckett, and then he lost the rear end of the car. And he slid across the grass, and yeah, he destroyed those tires completely. Yeah, he lost the rear, and he was actually flying with all four wheels off the track. Holy shit. Maybe it was the wind, yeah. Because there is apparently some strong wind, and yeah, Colapinto destroyed the tires. He could not do another lap. And yeah, only P19 for tomorrow if they don't, change the car, or if maybe not like another driver. Yeah, wind 9 kilometers per hour. But yeah, that was very, very, very weird. So I guess they have to check out the curb a bit, because Colapinto kind of flew over the curb, or across the curb. Yeah, this Aston Martin is not going to go into like a. It will not become a museum car. Yeah, the start of Q2 will be delayed. I guess they have to investigate the curb in the Beckett's corner combo. But what happened to Alonso? Like, Alonso for some reason lost to Stroll. Like at the last corner, he was very wide. So I don't know if that was the reason or the entire left was fucked up. They are doing something with Antonelli's car. Like, we don't really know what's happening. And yeah, they have to do some cleaning. Yeah, because of Colapinto. Yeah. I guess it will be delayed by like 5 or 10 minutes or something. But, great qualifying from the Cadillacs overall. So Alonso might have actually lost that position to Stroll at the very end of the lap. Because I'm looking at the telemetry right now, and it's saying that he was only 25 thousandths of a second slower than Stroll. And out of that corner 17 or turn 17, he was very wide, he went on the curb. So maybe that was enough for him to lose the position to Stroll. But yeah, he gets out qualified by Stroll. Interesting. I think this only happened like one handful of locations, or times. This season, I think it only happened once so far. This is the second time when Stroll out qualifies Alonso, when both of them set a lap time, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a delay because of they have to clean the track and stuff. Because I guess Colapinto put some dirt all over the track because of how he skidded across it, Like the Audis seems to be doing well, so far. I mean, they already got like 2 points to their name, I think. So, they are doing well this season, considering that, they built their own car and their own engine. But Colapinto did not like the cameraman following him. He gently told him to stop doing that. And yeah, he just simply lost the rear of the car once he entered Beckett. Yeah. He just went around. Yeah, he was like at some point he was in the air with all four of his wheels. So, it's not a surprise that he could not do another lap because, well, he was flying and because of the tires were completely destroyed as he was like skidding across the track. Yeah, they are still cleaning the aftermath of that incident. Like, I don't think the Williams cars will make it into the third part of qualifying, but we will see. They certainly have been a disappointment, I guess we can say that. They are doing really well last season. They were doing really well, and well, this season is kind of really bad. I mean, they have 11 points, I think, to their name, so they're not going to be last, but yeah, this car is not good. Most of the time they are in the lower midfield. And that's a pretty big drop when you look at how they were scoring podiums. Last season, Gasly? Oh, never mind, this is not Gasly. This is Stroll. Oh, okay. So Gasly is going to be investigated. Yeah. Okay. So Gasly will be investigated after the session because he might have held up Stroll. So yeah, he very well might lose the position he qualifies in due to a grid penalty. Like, I guess he was, I don't know, like maybe he was starting his lap and Stroll was way too close. So they ended up kind of, how would I say it? Like, it wasn't that big of a impending incident. But it will be investigated after the session ends. The track is still not green. It seems like there is still some things to be repaired or cleaned up. Like, they were not using any machinery for that. They were just using these large brooms to clean the track by hand. I do like that McLaren livery. I would love to have a car as like a diecast, in that color. Okay, like 4 minutes until the start. Like 4 minutes, yeah. But yeah, like I think I might get the 2020 Lewis Hamilton Mercedes car as like a diecast version. What happened? Oh, Ocon is going to be investigated for a yellow flag infringement because it doesn't seem like he slowed down much. Although they should, yeah, like it's going to be bad if they give him a penalty and they did not give a penalty to Russell. Yeah, 3 minutes and the session will start. bit of a delay, but you know, it happens. And I'm actually curious if they have any like these what do you call them? These turbo attack cards at Silverstone, you know, because I think last season they released those cars at this race, you know, or at this race weekend. You could buy them early if you went to the British Grand Prix. But I did not really hear anything about it so far, you know, so I don't know if it's going to be the same as last season. Like sometimes you know, I buy a pack or something like that, you know, to get, like I have a bunch of the 2025 packs. I think I have 2 2024 packs. Because you know, the graphics on the cards are nice looking. And I think once the new season releases, the lap time of Perez will be reinstated. So is he going to be in Q2 or is it a meaningless thing? I wasn't aware that his lap time got deleted. I was not aware of that. Yeah, his lap time of 1 minute 31 seconds 451 will be reinstated. So Alonso's lap time was deleted. It seems like. Not like it matters, you know, because he would have been last anyway. But I guess maybe that's because of the last corner thing. Like he went really wide. Yeah, Lindblad. So far it seems like that the Racing Bulls are very good or really quick at this track, you know. So I think both of them will be in Q3. Maybe they can even beat the Red Bulls at this qualifying session. Yeah, it's almost go time for the cars. 90 seconds. But yeah, like the live feed that I'm watching, there is a bit of a delay between, you know, the live feed and what you can see on the screen on that telemetry stuff, you know. That's the current one, like as it actually happens on the screen. But what I'm watching, there is like a 25-30 second delay to it, you know. And yeah, 2 cars are leaving. It's a Red Bull. Actually, is it both Red Bull cars? Well, at least one of them. Yeah, okay, so it's both Red Bull cars are out on the track very early. Very early for them. Verstappen and Hedger. Like, I think they will keep Hedger for next season because there is actually no point in putting anyone else in that second Red Bull seat, in my opinion. It's just pointless, you know, because it's always going to be the same thing. There is no reason to put another driver in there. Ferraris are also getting ready to leave. Like, there is going to be some movement, most likely for next season in Red Bull, but not at the big team, but at the small team, you know, the Racing Bulls team. It's most likely going to be Nikola Tsolov getting a seat next to Lindblad. Oh, Verstappen has engine problems. Yeah, he went out on all tires, so yeah, he's not going to start a lap. Okay, it seems like he's going to start a lap, but his tires are old, you know, not new. They are 3 laps old, according to the live feed. He was complaining about the engine. Like it's not responding normally. I guess when he takes off his feet off the throttle or something, I don't know. Or maybe when he's accelerating out of a corner, I don't know. He did not clarify in that radio message. So this can be a opportunity or for Hedgehog, you know, to beat Verstappen if Verstappen has issues with the engine or the car. Oh yeah, that was very close to the white line in that corner. And back at Verstappen, turn 14. So far it's a clean lap. Of course, a lot of drivers are on the track, but Edger says the fastest second sector. So Hedger might outqualify Verstappen. Verstappen last corner. Let's see where he ends up. Or with what time is it going to show? Okay, they're not showing the lap time yet on the live feed. Yeah, Hedger goes in front by over a tenth. Yeah. By over a tenth. Hedger goes ahead of Verstappen. And then now the Ferraris are also pushing, you know, Leclerc. But yeah, like as I was saying earlier, there's going to be some driver changes for next season, that's for sure, for Racing Bulls. Like it's a rumor, but it makes sense, you know, considering how often they change their lineup and stuff like that. That, you know, they would drop Lawson for Nikola Tsolov. And there might be some changes for us as well. Like there was a rumor that he might be dropped for, I don't remember who, but there was a rumor that Ocon is going to be dropped for a driver or for someone else. I don't really know who it was. I don't remember from the rumor, unfortunately. Okay, Lindblad, fastest in the first sector again. Like, what is going on with the Racing Bulls? Like, it seems like they are the fastest in that sector. They lose time in the second and the third one. Leclerc goes in front of Hedger and Verstappen. Hamilton goes in front of Leclerc. And Lindblad. Oh, that's not a good lap. P5. So Antonelli had problems with the brake pedal, I suppose. Like he did not clarify if it was the brake pedal or the throttle or the, you know, the gas pedal, but I think it was the brake pedal. See, I think the Mercedes cars had issues with their brakes earlier this season. Like the brake pedal was very long for, I think at the Italian Grand Prix. Not the Italian, the Spanish Grand Prix. He was like struggling with the braking a lot. Russell P2 between the two Ferraris. Very close to Hamilton, that's for sure. Leclerc P3 over 2 tenths away. Norris P8. That was not a good lap. Like he wasn't far from Lawson, but that was not a good lap. Antonelli only P15. What was that? 30 seconds slower than the lap time of Hamilton, so he obviously was not pushing. What happened? Yeah, they're showing the replay. He messed up at turn 3. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. The same thing happened to him as it happened to Sainz. He went really deep into turn 3 and locked up and went off the track, so that's why his lap was very slow. Of course, I'm talking about Antonelli, because that was not a push lap. He immediately stopped pushing it. I mean, I think that lap time will be deleted because he went off the track. Not like it matters because it's such a slow lap time that, you know, it's going to be deleted. But he's pushing again, I think. Yeah. So he did not get new tires. He just simply charged up the battery for another lap. Turn 18 and where is he? Antonelli P3, okay. Less than 2 tenths away from Hamilton. Like this was the case in the sprint qualifying as well. That the Ferraris were close to the Mercedes cars, and Hamilton actually managed to beat Antonelli, but it did not matter because, you know, at the race, the pace is not there for Ferrari. Like, I guess they are still having issues with the tire wear. Russell is getting out of the car because they have to change his seat, apparently. Not sure what happened there, you know. But yeah, like Ferrari can be there in qualifying, but it doesn't matter in the race. Piastri has 0 gear. I mean, yeah, he's P11. If he's not careful, he will not make it into the last part of the qualifying. He was complaining that he has no grip. Like, he's not that far from Norris in terms of lap time, but yeah. Hülkenberg did not set a lap. What's going on? Only 5 minutes to go. Like, previously there was some issue with Bortoleto's car in Q1. He went out very late. And now it's maybe Hülkenberg who has problems with his car because he did not set a lap yet. Verstappen is going to start another lap. And Hedger is also out on the track, or out on the track. Yeah, Hülkenberg is not on the track. He's in the pits. Like, Gasly can beat maybe Bortoleto or Norris or something. Because in the previous session, the track improved a lot. After, you know, they finished their first flying laps. The track improved at the end a lot. So, you know, even though Gasly is like 3 or 4 tenths away from the lap time of Norris, that can, you know, be beaten if the track once again improves a lot. So far, this is a clean lap for Verstappen. Doesn't seem like he exceeded the track limits at all. He's coming up on turn 14, I think. And the same goes for Hedger, you know. Clean lap. Last few corners for Verstappen. Where does he end up? He goes up to P5, beats Hedger, okay. That was not a massive jump. And Hedger beats Verstappen. Yeah. Like, so far it seems like that Hedger is doing well at this track, you know, in this qualifying session. And he can actually, maybe he can actually beat Verstappen. Yeah, but Verstappen is complaining, so I guess he does have problems with the car. Like previously he was complaining about the engine not responding properly. Yeah, pretty much everyone is out on the track except Russell. I guess they are still doing the seat change, possibly. Or maybe they just don't want to bother. Like, I think that lap time will be enough to, you know, go through the second part or to the third part. Oh, who was that? That was one of the Alpines, Gasly, waving in front of Norris, kind of dangerously. Gasly already, you know, he might be investigated and given a penalty. Like, he will be investigated, I should correct myself. Like, that's what the message was about earlier in Q1, that he will be investigated for holding up Stroll. So there is a chance that he will be given a penalty, you know, like a grid penalty or something. Okay, it's not a purple first sector for Lindblad. Kind of surprising, you know, because so far they were really quick in the first sector. Piastri P7. They always set the best first sector time. Norris P9. I don't know if that's going to be enough. If the track improves. Leclerc has the fastest second sector. Lindblad is coming around. P8 doesn't improve. And Lawson. Where does he end up? Oh, only P10. I mean, Bortoleto is kind of far in terms of lap time. Leclerc goes up to P1, or actually improves. Yeah. Over almost 2.5 tenths ahead of Hamilton. But yeah, like, I don't know if Bortoleto can overcome that around 4 or 5 tenths of a difference. Bortoleto is almost through the last corner. Can we see him? They are showing Albon right now, I think. No, Sainz. And Bortoleto P11. He doesn't make it. He barely loses out to Lawson. Albon is going to be behind Sainz. Antonelli is pushing, but he will go through, of course. Gasly, he might be the only one. Hülkenberg, P12, sets one lap and he goes up to P12. Antonelli, P1. And Gasly, final corner now. Let's see where he ends up. P12, he beats Hülkenberg, but doesn't make it into the last spot. But it was very close. Like, that lap from Bortoleto was very good. Because he's, like, I don't know, like 30 hundredths of a second away from Lawson. Meanwhile, Gasly is 1.5 seconds slower than the lap time of Antonelli, you know. There is a pretty big gap, like half a second between Gasly and Bortoleto. And of course, Hülkenberg. Sainz said that it was a really bad lap. I mean, you know, it's going to be P15 and P16 for the Williams cars. At least he managed to beat his teammate. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Hülkenberg or why he did not at a lap earlier, you know. He was very far from Bortoleto, half a second slower than Bortoleto's lap time. But yeah, it's Bortoleto, Gasly, Hülkenberg, Berman, Sainz, and Albon who do not make it. Almost managed to make it to the last part for Bortoleto, you know. That was a very good lap. Gasly and Piastri, oh, there's an incident in turn 6. What happened? So far they are not investigating it, they just simply noted the incident. But Gasly might be in trouble again. Like, I guess they will show the replay to see what happened, but... Or maybe it was the incident on the straight that I mentioned earlier, that Gasly was weaving on the straight, meanwhile someone was... I guess it was Piastri who was coming up behind him. Man, that would be really bad. If Gasly got another investigation under his belt in one qualifying session. It's going to be interesting to see who gets pole, you know. But of course, after all, you will know that it's going to be a Mercedes who wins the race, you know, and not a Ferrari. Ferrari just simply doesn't have the pace. Six incidents involving, yeah, like I guess it's the same incident that I was talking about earlier, you know. That Gasly was weaving on the straight and one of the McLarens were coming up. But I don't know if they will give him a penalty or something for that, you know. But we will see, we will see, we will see. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, there is a bit of a break right now. Is it going to start at 3 minutes? 3 minutes and the session is going to start, of course, because there was a bit of a delay in Q1 because of Colapinto's accident. Like a 10-minute delay or something like that. They had to clean the track. It's a shame that he ended up qualifying only P19. He very well could have been, you know, close to Gasly in terms of lap time, or maybe even ahead of him. There was also some rumor that, you know, Colapinto will be released from Alpine because Alonso might go to that team, but I don't really understand why would they hire Alonso, you know. Like, he's turning 44 or 45. I mean, Behrman dropped out, but he was waving to the fans. Yeah, he qualified P14. This is not a really good car from Haas. The previous one was better. Like, it does look very good, don't get me wrong. It's a very good looking car, in my personal opinion. Yeah. So I think it's going to be either Hamilton or Antonelli on pole. But of course, if Hamilton gets it or Leclerc gets the pole position, it doesn't really fucking matter because they will lose out on the race anyway. It's a very strange thing, that even though they are going to be quicker in qualifying, it doesn't matter because, well, you already know they will be slower in the race. So you will know that it's going to be a Mercedes victory. Like that kind of pace they put out at the Spanish Grand Prix really disappeared, Especially at the previous race at the Red Bull Ring. They were competing for the pole, and then at the race they were nowhere. P5 and P8, I think, for Leclerc. So very rough season in that context. But it's kind of the usual season from Ferrari, I suppose. Finishing number 2 or P3 or something. Because they have been doing that for a very long time. I guess they are used to finishing number 2 or number 3 at the end of the season. And losing out either to Williams, not Williams, but Mercedes or Red Bull, or McLaren last season. Like McLaren also had a pretty rough start. They had a really bad start actually, with not being able to compete at the first 2 races. And right now they are, they managed to fix the car, that's for sure. Like, it's not going to win the championship, of course, or score victories, most likely, but it's going to be, a decent point scorer car, and they can actually fight for podiums with it. I mean, they are P3 in the championship, so considering how they started, it's very nice for McLaren. Yeah, the session already started, and slowly but surely everyone is leaving the pits. Except for Antonelli, Russell, and Lindblad, apparently. Okay, Russell is leaving. And Antonelli as well. But Lindblad is still in the pits. I guess they will wait until the second round begins, the second time the cars go out on the track. Of course, brand new tires on the cars, at least for Antonelli. And Piastri is going to start his lap. Coming around the final corner now. And starts his flying lap. I don't think he will, change the world with this lap. He seems to be struggling a bit with the grip of the car, Yeah, he does move the steering wheel around a lot. The exit of the corners at the entry as well, very strange. It really seems like that the car doesn't really want to grip the track. We are coming up at turn 9 with Piastri. And Lindblad is still in the car or in the pits for whatever reason. It's a clean lap from Piastri so far. And just 2 more corners to go. Let's see. 1 more corner. And Piastri sets a 1:29.231. And Lawson comes back to the pits after one lap, okay. Like he did not set a lap time, he just did one lap and then came back, very strange. And the other McLaren, Norris P2, around almost a tenth away from Piastri. Verstappen goes in front of them. And then we have Leclerc, who goes in front of Verstappen by over half a second. Not a surprise, I guess. Hamilton goes in front of Leclerc, and of course the others. Hajar, P3, beats Verstappen once again by a lot. Holy shit. By a lot. Antonelli P1. Let's see where Russell ends up. Is he going to beat Antonelli? No. He does not, but he's very close, like a tenth away from Antonelli's lap time. Hamilton and Leclerc are 2 tenths away from the lap time of Antonelli. And yeah, like Lawson did not set a lap. That was kind of strange. He went out for one out lap and then came back to the pits. And I guess Lindblad will also leave for the second round. You know? Did Hamilton make a mistake? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah. He did. Into turn 3, he kind of opened up on the steering a bit. And because of that, he went wide. So it was not a perfect lap. He will definitely be closer to Russell and Antonelli. But of course now they are all coming back to the pits to change tires. But it's very, very close between Antonelli and Russell. Like, so it seems like that Russell managed to build up confidence, throughout the qualifying, and he's actually competing for the pole position now with Antonelli. Like that was the case at the Red Bull ring as well. He couldn't really put together a good lap during the practice sessions and stuff like that, and well, eventually he got on pole position, even though it was kind of a weird pole, but yeah. Yeah, no time set for Lawson or Lindblad. Neither of them set a lap time. Yeah, Norris is almost a second slower than Antonelli. It's impossible to defend the championship like that. Okay, the Ferraris are getting ready. Hamilton and Leclerc. Yeah, everyone else also is getting ready for the last run, Over 3 minutes to go. And Antonelli is departing the pits. And the same goes for everyone else. Everyone is leaving now. Oh, that's what are they doing, bro? Like one of the Racing Bulls cars had to let through one of the McLarens, maybe. Oh, ay. Antonelli. Some radio message, but there is no subtitles for it though. I hope he was not complaining about the brake pedal again. But I think he's going to be the first driver to set a lap again. Lindblad incident, yeah, unsafe release, okay. So he might be investigated for that, for being unsafely released on the track, but that's on the team, you know, so that's on the team. Yeah, Antonelli. Final few corners. Okay, turn 18 and he will start his flying lap. The last one. Is he going to improve or is he going to drop it, or, you know, is he going to crash or something? Norris also started his lap now from P8. So yeah, Lindblad is also on a time lap now. Yeah. It's kind of a weird thing that they waited for the last few minutes to go out, you know, but maybe it will pay off for them. Okay, Magotts and Beckett's for Antonelli. We are following his lap entirely. Fastest second sector for Antonelli. And how much he's going to improve? Let's see. Okay, only turn 80 left. Ooh, he improves. He's over 3 10, almost 4 tenths faster than Russell, but of course, I suppose Russell will also improve. Piastri P8. Norris P6. It's Lindblad coming around the final corner now. P9. Piastri. Piastri up to P7. He beats Verstappen. Now we have Lawson in P10. He ends up in P10. Yeah, he doesn't improve. Russell comes around and let's see where he ends up. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't improve. Yo. Russell doesn't improve. Verstappen P7. Leclerc P2. He beats Russell, but still almost 2 tenths away from Antonelli. And Hamilton P3. Oh, Russell, that was not a good lap. He did not improve. Hedger P5. He was very unhappy. Yeah. I guess he made a mistake or something. Yeah. But Russell did not improve at all. He also made a mistake somewhere. And yeah, it's going to be Antonelli on pole. ahead of Leclerc and Sainz. I mean, Leclerc and Sainz, Leclerc and Hamilton. And then we have Russell, Hedger, Norris, Verstappen, Piastri, Lindblad, and Lawson. I mean, Hedger managed to beat Verstappen at the end, you know. Verstappen P7, Hedger P5. So far, it's a great weekend for Hedger, you know. But of course, the race is going to be different, especially considering that, you know, there was some problem with the car of Verstappen. At least he was complaining about the engine. So it's not sure. I'm not sure what happened, you know, with the engine as to why it's not behaving according as to how it should behave. But yeah, it's going to be Antonelli on pole ahead of the two Ferraris. Yeah, obviously he's very happy because this is a great opportunity to you know, win this race and once again put points between himself and Russell. Because Russell is going to start behind the two Ferraris, so he has to overtake them at some point, most likely on the track. Like he will, I think, you know, like I think the Mercedes cars are going to be quicker than the Ferraris. So Russell will, I think he will eventually overtake both Ferraris, but he might lose time with that, you know. He might get stuck behind one of them, or both of them maybe. It was a decent qualifying, I have to say. Okay, so involving Hedger, no further action, failing to follow race director's instructions, maximum delta time. So Hedger was kind of going a bit fast, I guess, during the crash of Colapinto. Yeah, Lawson is out-qualified by Lindblad. They were, I mean, you know, they were not far from the others. But yeah, like they are having a great season. Racing Bulls. They are not that far from Alpine. And right now, Alpine is not exactly having great races, you know, especially now with this Colapinto incident. He will start at the back down at P19, so, you know, the race is going to be kind of compromised, but yeah, let me swap over to the other screen. Is there any more? Yeah, so of course the Lindblad incident will be investigated, so he might get a penalty for that. And I don't know if there are more. I guess Gasly as well. He will be investigated after the race once again for two different incidents, I think. But yeah. So overall, I think this was a alright qualifying, like nothing insane, but I think Antonelli will run away with this if the car doesn't die, you know? Like it can happen. It happened at the Spanish Grand Prix when he overtook Russell and then the car died out of nowhere. The same goes for Russell when his car died at the Canadian Grand Prix. So it can happen, you know, but yeah. So I think I will be streaming the race as well tomorrow. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's stream and I'll see you next time. So bye bye.